Amen.
What is going on, everybody? Oh my goodness. Welcome to the Bearded Kaiju unboxing review 1,000 subscriber live stream giveaway. Thank you all for being here. I was a little worried that nobody would show up, honestly, because this is really my first time doing a live stream. I've always done recordings and stuff. Obviously, you see me on the Monsters with Attitude. That's live, but I haven't done one of these on my own channel for a very, very long time. So it's different. It is different, but I'm excited that people showed up, and obviously we like free shit, so I am happy to give away free stuff to one lucky person that's gonna win it tonight. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. And honestly, I got no plan here. There's no structure to this show. But I do first, before we kind of get into stuff, I did kind of want to jump in the chat here and see who's all here, kind of recognize everybody here. Of course, Nathaniel, a huge supporter of MWA, Monster with Attitude. Sorry, I can't be here today. Congrats. You can keep your Godzilla giveaway because the real prize is seeing all your great content with your wonderful, positive personality. Your content is heaven. Thank you, Nathaniel. You've always been a great supporter of me and us over at Monster with Attitude, so thank you for the kind words. Reggie, what's going on? Jake, what's going on, man? Thanks for being here. Hey, Goji Guy, what's going on? Thank you. Tim, what's going on? Thanks for being here. Evan, what's going on? Hello, hello. Hey, Bearded Kaiju just seems to get everything. I try. I really try. I don't think it's everything because, man alive, I don't think my my pocketbook could keep up with everything nowadays. But I try my best. I really do. I get what I really love, and I just love sharing it with everybody else. So yeah, glad you enjoy the content. Ray2D2, what's going on? What's up, Jordan? What's going on, man? I know you're working, so thanks for chiming in and everything. Really do appreciate it. And of course, my other bearded brethren, Joe, what's going on? I'm here for the Bearded Kaiju Peep Show. I'm gonna make an OnlyFans for that. That stuff ain't free, okay? Okay. I mean, then again, nobody really wants to see this, okay? So we're okay with that. But Martin, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. Oh, Richard, very nice, man. Nice to see you. And it was good to see you at G-Fest, too. It really was. Brief as it was also great. So yeah, like I said, I don't have a script or anything. If you guys just want to shoot it up and talk for a little bit, we can do that. We can, I'll show you off what we're going to be giving away here tonight. Well, let's do that first. And we'll kind of give you a sneak peek of what we're going to be giving away tonight to one lucky fan. I know I've showed it on social media and stuff, but I'll show it in hand here. So first, I'm going to show some of the Ichiban Kuji canvas prints that you got with the lottery. So all of these are included. You're going to get the Final Wars Godzilla. You're going to get Godzilla versus Biolante or Biolante. You're also going to get Godzilla versus King Ghidorah 91. Also, Godzilla versus Mothra, The Battle for Earth. I know a lot of people don't like that title, but I mean, come on. Let's see what else. We got Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 2. We got Godzilla versus Space Godzilla. And last but certainly not least, Godzilla versus Megaguirus. So you're going to get all of these little postcards, I guess. I don't even know what they're called. Just little pictures that are cool that you can put up on your wall or whatever. Just a little something. And then one of the fellow watchers and fans of the show gifted me and sent this out to me to be part of the giveaway. And I was happy to oblige and appreciate them giving something for free. But they gifted me some of these effects that they had custom made, which is really cool. This is kind of like a pink fire breath or atomic breath that you could probably use for like Godzilla Evolved, that go great with a lot of the articulated figures. So they gifted me this. Then we have a blue one, bluish green one. That's really, really cool. And then some kind of like yellow beam with like electricity going around it. There you go. So I'm looking at my face. So yeah, so those are cool. Sergio Trejo, he has a Facebook page, Godzilla Custom Effects. Go check it out. If you guys are looking for custom effects for any of the articulated figures that you collect and you kind of want something to kind of spice up your display, hit him up. See if he can make something for you. He's done a lot of stuff thus far. He's even making some of the Godzilla Hanna-Barbera figures right now. And it's going to be super awesome. I can't wait to see a lot of those kind of coming out hopefully later this year or whatever. But you could probably ask him for a special order. But yeah, he's doing those. He's been posting pictures of those. He sends me updates on those. So really cool. They actually go with the Mondo Hanna-Barbera Godzilla that they brought out several years ago. So it's about that 7-inch scale line, but he scaled them all perfectly with that Godzilla. So, you know, we haven't gotten any of the Hanna-Barbera Godzilla creatures, kaiju, whatever. So he's starting to make those. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty interesting. So yeah, definitely. I know. Room tour sometime in the future. I know everybody keeps asking me about it, and I don't know what it is, but I feel weird to show my collection. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just that I feel like I'm going to be judged, or I feel like it's not going to be impressive enough for people. I'm not really sure. I'm very self-conscious about it, even though I have a lot of stuff, and everybody that have seen it, which is only like 2 or 3 besides my family, which are actually Godzilla collectors, have all said, you know, I have a good collection. But I don't know. I'm weirded out by it. But you know, maybe I'll get over it someday. I know I said I would do it with the 1,000 subscriber mark, and I probably will do it here in the future. But I have so much stuff to get stay up on, and I mean, there's so much stuff that's sitting here beside me that I have to do reviews on. I don't know how I find it in the in the time of day to get all this stuff done. So I do promise that it is coming in the future. I just want to make sure everything looks good and proper, and you all get a nice tour of my house, basically, because that's what it is. Like everything is spread out in my house. My girlfriend has put up with me and has let me grow as a collector, as a fan, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun when I actually get to do that. So, Joe, don't start, okay? Don't even start, okay? You don't even, okay? You just trying to put wood on the fire, okay? Don't even. Let's see, Martin, what's going on? Oh yeah, I think I already said you don't have to do anything. I know, but I want to. I really do. I do want to show it off and everything, and hopefully show it off to everybody one day. Michael, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in, man. Appreciate it. Oh wow. The old man himself. my dad is actually tuning in tonight, which is pretty crazy, pretty ironic because he's the one who got me into it. I was, 2, 3 years old, and um, you know, basically stole his VHSs that he recorded on, and I mean, watched those until you couldn't watch them anymore, honestly. So it was, I wore them out, let's say the least. So it's proving I ain't showing nothing. You ain't bullying me into doing nothing, Joe. Always good when your significant other is cool with her. Absolutely, absolutely. Now, I will say, speaking from experience, I have had significant others that weren't into it, and for a long time, I couldn't express myself. I couldn't buy a lot of stuff. I couldn't even go to G Fest. I had to take an 8-year hiatus from going to G Fest because, my significant other did not like or support, I should say, my collecting and my my love and passion, and it sucked. And I'm glad I don't have somebody like that again. And I told myself I would never be with somebody who would do that to me ever again. So I just love this stuff so much, and that's why I do this stuff. I love showing it off. I love showing people because I like seeing the same thing. I like seeing stuff that I don't know of or never seen, or maybe haven't seen a lot of, and get to know more about it. Learning all that kind of stuff. I want to know all of that stuff. So I'm just a big kid at heart, honestly. Fathers know best. Richard, I know the large M1 Bio Goji model video coming. Yeah, I know that the guy that's this way, that way. I think, yeah, that way. I know he's definitely kind of sitting there, just kind of chilling for now. So, but hopefully soon you'll get a awesome review from me. Honestly, I haven't done it because I waited to get a really nice camera, and I finally got a really nice camera. So, and now it's just kind of getting it all done, trying to get all this other backlog done, and honestly kind of make my way to doing that one. Because I want to do it justice. I want to do it really well. And I just wanted to make sure my whole setup, everything that I needed, that I already had, so I could do it. Because it's a big boy. I mean, he's like 4 feet long. He's 3 feet tall. So I need to make sure I had the space for it and the ability to do it really well and at the top tier quality that I really, really want. So, yeah. Martin, yeah, it's depressing when you're not supporting that person is a red flag. Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy that I think, when you're in relationships, I think you should support each other. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. If you have to fake it, but knowing that your significant other is interested in what you are, it goes a long way, honestly. And it just kind of helps you grow into the person that you want to be, and that you, perceive yourself as being. And, having that support system is huge, because not everybody gets it, not everybody has it. And, a lot of us, kind of lived around areas where they weren't into Godzilla. They weren't into this kind of stuff. So you kind of had to be sheltered. You had to be completely by yourself. And, you felt lonely. It really did. And, ever since kind of learning to do stuff on the computer, us doing, social media and streams and doing all this stuff, I think has really opened the door for a lot of us to interact with others that we probably could have never honestly done. And honestly, I mean, I've been introduced to people that, I mean, I call my other family, and I believe that 100%, and I love meeting new people and talking to them, and, kind of where they came from, and, their upbringings, and kind of how they got to be a fan, and, what started them on it and why, so it's a lot of that fun stuff is really cool to know about people. So, yeah. Other than that, I mean, if you guys don't have any other questions, I'll show off the last thing. Honestly, got a little bit of a tangent there. So the big boy, the big guy that we're going to be giving away tonight that everybody is excited for, I think, is the X Plus 30 centimeter favorite sculptors line Godzilla, the Cybot version, and it's the Rick, so it comes with the Chakras or the Sea Louse. So very, very cool. I've had this on the back burner for a long time, just waiting for this day to come, and give it away to one lucky fan that supported me through this time and everything. And and I wanted to give back to all of you for supporting me and showing the love. So, I've been doing this now for, goodness, I looked on the channel, and I've been doing this now for 4 years now, and doesn't seem like it. It doesn't seem like it, but it's been a really, really great 4 years. A lot of content. I think I'm up to almost like 175 videos and reviews. Doesn't seem like it, but it goes quick. It does go quick, but it's been a lot of fun. If you knew me before this, I was super shy and I didn't like talking to people. I shut down. I'm very reserved. So honestly, doing this kind of stuff, doing stuff with Monsters with Attitude has really opened me up as a person, as an individual, to be more outgoing, to be more vocal, and, just meet people and, tell my side of the story, honestly, or my opinions. Everybody has an opinion, and I respect everybody's opinion, and but it's good to hear about them and whatever, and just see kind of where we came from, and I think doing this stuff, doing Monster with Attitude stuff, really has just kind of opened me up as a person, and just kind of made me more outgoing and able to do the things that I'm able to do, honestly, because I wouldn't be able to do that before. So it is a good passion to have. Honestly, it's hey man, this is better than doing drugs or being an alcoholic or doing any of that kind of stuff. This is an addiction too, but it's a positive addiction. It's it's not bad as long as you know your boundaries, you know your limits, you don't get yourself into trouble financially. It's a very positive way to express yourself, and I definitely love that. It really is. The Kaiju community is a good bunch of folks. It really is. It really is. I've had nothing but positive things, and yeah, Martin, plastic crack, absolutely perfect. Oh my goodness gracious, yeah. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, you can ask me, throw it in the chat. But I just want to take a little bit of time here before we get into the giveaway, and please remember, I've done all my giveaways this way, but this is the first live one. But please, if you are tuning in and you're not a member of the channel, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. You have to be a subscriber to the channel to win. I will check over and make sure that whoever wins is a subscriber to the channel. So please go subscribe, support me. We really, really appreciate it. And I'm giving away free X Plus just for it. So, but yeah, okay. Before we get into this, Ray2D2 asked, least favorite kaiju, not just Toho. Oh boy. I would have to say, just because there's not a lot going for them. Kind of has to be like the bug kaiju, which is like Kamacuras and Kumonga. I'm not the hugest fans of those. For one, Kumonga, I don't like spiders. Okay. I have a big Kumonga, and that thing freaked me out when I got it, but I knew I had to have it. And same thing with Kamacuras, but I'm not the biggest fan of like the insect kaiju. Just don't do it for me. And maybe this because they haven't done enough or portrayed them as, really jaw-dropping villains that Godzilla has gone up against. I would probably do that. They're just kind of but each their own. If you love them, you love them. I just don't. Yeah, exactly. If it starts with K, Eric don't like. That's so funny. I never even realized that. I never put two and two together. That's kind of funny. Oh, that's hilarious. But so I also have some cards that we could go through and open, um, just to kind of hang out and shoot the shoot the gab a little bit here and kind of do this before we do the giveaway, because I kind of wanted to do a little bit longer stream and everything and see where we're at. Let's see. What is your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the rumor of a sequel to Shin Godzilla? Honestly, super surprised. Super surprised they're actually going to do something if it's legit. But it's hard because I actually liked Shin Godzilla. I liked the message. I liked the flow of the movie. I know a lot of people didn't like it. They thought it was very slow moving. You know, they didn't like the government point of view. I get it. But to me, it flowed really well. And I was actually really interested in that point where you got to see kind of the ins and outs on how a decision is made in today's times. It's not just, oh yeah, go attack them, you know, send all of our planes and tanks and artillery at them, and who cares about the aftermath or the uh, you know, the destruction. Like, there was thought behind it. There was, you know, it wasn't just a, you know, somebody saying something and then you go and do it. There was other things leading up to it. I like that point. I do like the movie Shin. I'm not the biggest fan of the design, and like his atomic beams are a little weird for me. But overall, I do like the movie, and I'm really curious on how they're going to do a second one, because the first one, there was meaning to it of events that happened in Japan. So I don't know if they're just kind of make up a willy nilly kind of storyline to just kind of throw Shin Godzilla in there. It'll be interesting. I don't even know if they could do anybody as a villain, just because Shin is so strong and powerful. What they would do if they did something like that, or if it's going to be another standalone. Um, and then you start thinking about those Zilla human beings that were kind of coming off of his tail. Are they gonna you know, talk more about that? Are they gonna, you know, dive into that? You know, are we gonna see um, any of that stuff kind of transpire into the second one? Kind of interesting, but I am intrigued. I'm just kind of curious, and I'll hold some reservation from it until I kind of know what it's about, and then I'll either get excited or kind of wait till I see the movie. But it is intriguing, honestly, to say the least, that they're actually thinking about doing one, because that's never thought that we'd see it, honestly. Yeah. And I think we probably will. Joe, who's your least favorite and most favorite dealer at G Fest? Oh god. If you know, you know. That's all I can say. I like a lot of dealers at G Fest, honestly. And G Fest was a lot of fun. G Fest was a lot of fun. I had such a fun time. Uh, Martin, you need to watch Shin Godzilla. Is that what you're saying? Because if you haven't, you definitely need to. You definitely need to. It's a good one. It's different. It's a different take in all of Godzilla, and it's kind of great about Godzilla is you have different takes, different iterations, different stories about the creature, and it's kind of something for everybody. It's you're either gonna like it or you're gonna hate it. There's no in between. It's either you like it or you hate it. Yeah, okay, yeah, definitely watch it. Yes, definitely watch it, Martin. I think you might like it. I think you might like it. Alex, what's going on, buddy? It was great to see you at GFest, man. Thanks for hanging out with us for a little while, going to the panel. You're such a great guy, dude. I like seeing you and talking to you, so it was good to see you. Alex says the fact that maybe Shin Godzilla 2 could potentially happen is exactly, that's what I was just talking about, Alex, is that it's super crazy that they're actually even thinking about doing it. But it is interesting. It is interesting to see. Uh, let's see, Joe his least favorite. Is Beast of the East, and then his favorite is Seismic and Clawmark. All right, all right. Ray, what are your thoughts on the Muto Kaiju? Not a fan of Legendary, but I appreciate how out there that design was. Yeah, they were fun at the time, but you kind of think about it, you kind of let it sit there for a while, and years later, you're like, huh, they were kind of meh, like they did, they weren't doing too much. I never understood their ability, which is the EMP pulse, because the Muto and Godzilla were supposed to be fighting for a long time, legendary battles, but like that's their deterrent to Godzilla. Like Godzilla wasn't like electrical in any way, so how would that hurt them in any way, shape, or form? And all they could use it was for the military, and that's it. Like that's all they used. Their ability was just that. Their real biggest attribute was that they had several limbs and everything, and there was 2 against 1. Other than that, there wasn't too much special about them. Now, again, like I agree with you, their design is unique and special, and we've never seen something like that. But other than that, it's really not much going for them, honestly. I just never understood how that's like their deterrent, their defense against Godzilla when they were supposed to be fighting each other. These were 2 creatures that they were fighting for so long, and in the radioactive time, they're both radioactive creatures. They're both feeding on it, and that was a deterrent, was an EMP. And how was that supposed to hurt Godzilla in any way? Like I said, the only advantage was that there was 2 against Godzilla. So, I don't know. Oscar, what's going on? Moderator from Monsters with Attitude. What's going on? Son of a gun, just wanted to stop by. How long are you going to be live? I don't know. It just depends on if people get bored of me or sick of me talking and everything, and then we'll do our giveaway. I would like to do at least an hour if everybody's willing to kind of talk with me and just kind of talk for a while and maybe open some cards and everything, then do the giveaway. But yeah, about that long, I'd say. Hey, I try, Ray. Like I try. And honestly, it's a good question because I actually haven't thought about that in such a long time. And I actually haven't watched the 2014 in a while because that's my least favorite out of the MonsterVerse. And it's so dark. It could have been such a good movie, but it's so dark you can't see everything. So it's always hard to make out what's going on, even though you know if you've seen it a bunch of times. But it does have its moments, but it's not my favorite from the MonsterVerse, honestly. Michelle, how dare you? I'm bored. Start the giveaway. Oh, Michelle, how dare you? How dare you? You're getting too much influence from that fiance of yours. You gotta stop listening to him. Richard, did you pick up the Raku? Oh, dude, I didn't, and I completely forgot about it. Actually, I saw it, but I only needed the mom and the baby. I already have the male, and they weren't really willing to separate the group. So, which I understand, that's fine. So I might have to, find it on the secondary market and do it from there. But yeah, I thought about it. I tried, but they just didn't want to break it up. So I didn't get the mom and baby. Still on the lookout for the mom and baby, but I have the male, the daddy. Do you have any of the specific rim figures, those super detailed, articulated ones? Actually, no. I actually, when they first came out, I did. I got all the NECAs, started collecting the NECAs. And then I went through a point in collecting where I fell out of love for NECA. Same thing with Monster Arts. And at the same time, I kind of got rid of all of my articulated figures. Monster Arts just was dying for me. They were being very stagnant. They just started doing reissues after reissue after reissue. And I was like, I want something new. I want something new, you know. Now, finally, in the last probably year or so, they're finally doing new stuff, which is great, but it's already too late. I've already sold all my stuff. I got rid of all my NECA stuff, all my Pacific Rim stuff, you know, all of that stuff. So I don't have any of that stuff anymore. So that's what happens. I mean, when you're a collector, your likes change, your priorities change, and you know, you just kind of roll with the punches. So yeah, Alex, the Mutos are meh. Oh, thank you, babe. Thank you. Oh, I feel the same way. I've been in NECA. Yeah, absolutely. It's just, yeah, it sucks. It sucks. Like I see the potential now. I see the stuff they're doing now, and I really like it. And I love that they're doing more Showa stuff, because they've done a lot of stuff in the last couple of years with Showa, because they were really focused on the Heisei. But now they're kind of transitioned to Showa, and which is really great for the articulated collectors. It's right up their alley. And now, you know, you have Haya there, and they're just kind of, you know, they're going toe to toe with Monster Arts, which is really great, and it's only a fraction of the price. So I like that there's competition for Monster Arts. Kind of gets them like, hey, like we got to get going. We got to start making new stuff. We got to start getting people to buy our stuff again, because now we have competition that's just as good, if not better, but the price point is less. So I love that a lot for articulated collectors. $300 for the yeah, and that's it's basically it's super close to what the Heisei was about $300, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, you're talking that plus Destroya was a lot, Biolante was a lot, but I think also too what they're doing is that it might be more money for them to get the license for the Showa, so they have to bump up the price for the Showa stuff. I'm not sure. I'm just speculating, honestly, but that could be a reason why it's so much. But I do agree it is pretty pricey for what they're doing. And honestly, like I said, the highest stuff, I mean, they're bringing out their Heisei one, which is not even nearly the amount of dollars as the Showa Ghidorah. It's just a matter of time before they do a Showa Ghidorah. So honestly, you might as well wait, because they just start pumping out stuff. But then again, they have to get the license for the Showa Kaiju also. And, you know, what I've heard is that the Toho doesn't like to give out the Showa license to just anybody. They're very careful with that one, because that's really like their bread and butter. Like that's what everybody really goes to, unless you're a new fan. A lot of us older fans tend to move towards the Showa, and obviously we have a whole bunch of the legendary Kaiju that have, you know, that we've seen for many years that are from the Showa era. So that could be. It's practically X plus money, and if I'm gonna pony up that kind of dough, it is X plus or better. Absolutely, and that's how you should see it, and that's how you should shop. Is if you can get something for the same price but it's better quality, go for the better quality. You know, like that's what you have to do. You can't get everything. It's you know, kind of it is what it is. Here for not entertaining. Jordan. As Godzilla fan, it's great that there's so much stuff out there now. But on the other hand, as collectors, is there too much stuff? In other words, our wallets be hurting? Absolutely. I think we've talked about this on Monsters with Attitude several times, where The kaiju boom is good. It's going well, but there's so much now that you just can't keep up with it. And you really have to know your limit and know what you can afford, what you can't afford, what you want to collect, what you don't want to collect, kind of what kind of rabbit hole you want to go down, because there's so many avenues now. You have articulated figures, you have X Plus, you have Ichiban, you have mini stuff, you have model kits, you have the big statues. I mean, pick your poison. That's kind of what you have to do. So I always say, pick something and just kind of go with that. And, if you're done with that one, then kind of branch off into something else. And that's kind of what I've done over the years, where I'll get a whole bunch. Like I've gone through waves, in moments of collecting something like super religiously and then move to something else and kind of give it a break. But like I said, just know your limit, know what you can afford, what you can't afford, and just be smart with it. Because there is so much out there now that you can't get everything. You really can't. So just be smart and that's all I can really say is just don't try to get everything, because it's super hard. You're gonna just put yourself in debt and whatever, and you don't want that. So agreed, more than we can afford, but the future looks bright except for the terror. Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully that gets all resolved and everything. But that's not stopping me from buying. Honestly, I get it, but if I can afford a $300 figure, I'll pony up the extra $30 for the tear up and everything like that because I want it. So I choose to do that, and I'm going to choose to pay that extra a little amount just to get my guy. I'm okay. I'm okay with it. I'm okay paying that extra charge. If I want something bad enough, I will do it, and I'm okay with it, honestly. So there is never too much. Work harder to get it. Yeah, for real. Like put in that overtime. Get all those hours you can, so you can buy more and more things. That's what some of us does. I'm a sucker for anything Mecha Godzilla, especially the articulated figures. Do you have any of the Tamashii Nation figures? No. Like I said, I have absolutely nothing. I got rid of everything I had. I lost the passion for it and just couldn't do it. So I had to get rid of it because I lost the love for it. So. Also more Ultraman stuff than ever before. Isaiah, what's going on? Yeah, I agree. If you were at G-Fest, if you know about G-Fest, if you've seen posts about G-Fest, if you see my posts on my personal media, that, Subaraya Ultraman was a huge presence this year at G-Fest, which I absolutely loved and welcomed. They are pushing really hard to get more people noticing Ultraman and knowing that it's a thing, except for Japan, because Japan, Ultraman's king, dude. Like Ultraman is like untouchable. But over here, it's just not tapped into. But because of this whole kaiju boom, it's a great time for them to get noticed over here, to start pushing the IP, get fans going over here, and they did such a great job with it at G-Fest. I felt like a kid again watching that stuff. It was great. It was so good. They need to make it grander. They need to make it bigger, because it was a lot of fun. And I mean, man, they could tap into so much stuff. And there's a lot of stuff more coming for Ultraman, and I love it. I love it. If you haven't watched Ultraman, I've said this on my channel. Definitely give it a shot. If you're a fan of kaiju, giant monsters, all that stuff, I know it's there's a lot to go through. I get it. I really do, especially if you're new. But just pick whatever random series that you want to start with and just watch it. A lot of them aren't related until you get to like the later series and they start throwing in Ultraman and everything. But that's okay. Like you can always find out about that particular Ultraman later on when you get to that particular series and stuff, because each one has its own story. Has its own characters. It's good to see kind of and go through all of them. So I definitely highly recommend Ultraman. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, Ultraman all over the place now. Yeah, and that's a good thing. I think it really is. Hey, wow, I got two of my family members actually in here. Now my sister's in here. Hello, what is going on? Hello, thank you for watching. Let's see, Ray, I am now gravitating to the more exclusive stuff like Attack Peter, Urban Aztec. Otherwise, I will go. Absolutely. And if that's like your niche, that's the thing that you want, stick with that, because, that's expensive enough, because then you bring the scalpers in and they start scalping things, and that sucks too, and that's not a lot of fun. That's another thing for collecting wise. You got to deal with scalpers. That's just, it's sucky. You got to navigate that too, which is no fun because they ruin it for everybody. So you got to pay double on the aftermarket if you're not able to either go to the event or get it on the website when it drops. So yeah, that's another thing that you can definitely do. I've done exclusive stuff also, but yeah, it's a slippery slope also. It really is. The Ultraman Kaiju 8 out of this world, literally and figuratively. Yeah. Ultraman has very unique Kaiju and Seijin. Yes, they really do. They have interesting stories, interesting characters, interesting backgrounds, but it's a lot of fun. And if you want and you like suitmation, man in suit, woman in suit type stuff, they are still king. They are still, treading the waters and still keeping it alive today. And I commend them for that, because that is the way we were all brought up. That's the way that we, saw this kind of stuff, unless you're a new fan, of the MonsterVerse. But, they're keeping it alive, and they're still pushing boundaries, and the way that they shoot these shows and the angles and the images and the things that they're doing is just, it's really great. It's remarkable, honestly. And I commend them for that, because they're keeping it alive, and they're keeping it still fresh and still look good. So, and it's still believable, so that's always fun. Ooh, what are your thoughts on Johnny Sacco, Giant Robot? I've only seen like 2 episodes of Johnny Sacco. It's on my list of things that I want to watch and know more about. There is so much henshin men and tokusatsu that, it's hard to kind of get into everything. I tend to fall into the trap of watching stuff I've already seen like 1,000 times, honestly. And I'm trying to break that, where I start watching new things. Actually, a series I just got that my good friend Joe Myers kind of alluded to and let me know, and I was intrigued about it, is one called Grand Caesars. And it's very Henshinman tokusatsu, very Power Rangers-esque, with Zords and power-ups and all that stuff. So I'm super excited to actually get this one and check this out. So I'm really trying to check out the stuff that I haven't checked out before and never seen before. So definitely, I would definitely give Johnny Sacco, Giant Robot, a watch, honestly. And actually, just recently, I bought the complete series of the Japanese Spider-Man show, because that was a lot of fun. I was watching that online, and that just intrigued the hell out of me. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So I need to go and get that one. So Isaiah need an official release of the Space Giants. There's a lot of stuff that we need official releases on, honestly. And it kind of sucks that they don't do it, because there is a market for it. And, we would love to support these IPs and show the companies that, there are fans still out there and that we want this kind of stuff. But, it just seems like they just forgotten about it, and they don't want to do anything with it. And it just kind of sucks. Like, they need the younger blood to kind of reinvigorate the thinking in those companies to, like, okay, let's try this, or let's try to reboot this or whatnot to see if there is a calling for it, because I would love to see a lot of that stuff. Zone Fighter is another one. Let's get official release from Toho of Zone Fighter. That would be amazing. Subtitled, dubbed, whatever. I would be all for it because I love Zone Fighter. Tim, top 5 anime shows. Whoo, I do love anime. I don't know if I could do like rank them from my first to last, but Dragon Ball Z is the first anime that I got into ever. So that'll always be in my top 5. That is just something that I just absolutely love, and it's just nostalgia for me, and I just love the characters. My favorite character is in that series, Vegeta. I mean, Prince of all Saiyans. I mean, is the GOAT. The GOAT! And then we'll go Attack on Titan. That was a series that blew my mind when I first saw it. I think the first anime that like had my jaw drop, honestly, especially from the first episode. And that one has such a good story, and I don't like the way that it ended, but it is what it is. Let's see. G Gundam. G Gundam is in my top 5. It's the one Gundam series that I just absolutely love. I know Brandon Johnson, part of Monsters with Attitudes, he's a big G Gundam fan. I think Joe is too. It's just one of those series that just had that run, and it was so good. And then, we never saw anything about it again. I would love for them to do like another part to it, bring it back. So that's always a good one. Right now, actually, I'm going through the journey of watching One Piece, and I will say I'm definitely a fan now. I never knew what it was about. Hadn't watched it. Saw it on like Toonami, Cartoon Network when it was first airing. I was like, this looks like garbage. I don't want to watch this. And within the last 8 months, 9 months, maybe even 10 months, I can't remember when I started it, I started watching One Piece, and now I'm 500 episodes in finally, and I'm hooked, man. I'm hooked. I love the characters. I love the stories. I love the action. It's a very fun anime, but I have to be very careful that I don't get spoiled, because obviously I'm years and years behind, and I'm trying not to get spoiled. So that's kind of hard too. I see things like, try to avoid that, but I'm having fun with it so far. Another one is like Big O. Love Big O on Cartoon Network. Samurai Champloo. Guyver. Guyver is a good one for me that I absolutely love. That kind of stuff, I guess, is some of my tops that I enjoy. Spectreman 4K. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm for it, Goji guy. Like I've only seen a couple episodes of Spectreman, but again, it's another thing that I would love to get into and go down that rabbit hole with to watch and kind of enjoy and understand, the characters and the villains and all that stuff. So I'd definitely be on board for that. Thoughts on Gorgo, the X from Outer Space, Gamera, Pacific Rim, including horrible sequel? Yes, I am bombarding you with questions. No, thank you. Like, I appreciate it. Like, I kind of want to talk to you guys and kind of interact with you. Let's see, Gorgo first. I like Gorgo. I have to say I like Gappa more. But Gorgo's a fun watch. The X from Outer Space is absolutely ridiculous, but I'm here for it. Especially the second one. If you haven't seen the second one, watch the second one. That is just absolutely bonkers. It's bonkers. It's ridiculous to the capital R, but it's so fun. It's so funny, and I love introducing it to people that have never seen it before, and they're like, what am I watching? I go, exactly. But Galala is a fun character. I do have a figure of Galala because I want all those obscure Kaiju, I want representations of them, and I did get the X Plus of Galala, so that's really good. Gamera, I love Gamera. Gamera is number 2 for me behind Godzilla series. It's so funny how Gamera, for me, I hated Gamera at first because I got VHSs from my dad on Easter, actually. He gave me like 4 or 5 VHSs of Gamera, and I had no idea what it was. And I looked at them, and they were comparing Gamera to Godzilla. I was like, no, you don't. You do not compare the King of the Monsters to this weird turtle. So like I was against it at first. And then I just kind of put them in, watched them. And I was like, okay, this isn't that bad, you know. And over the years, I've just grown to love it. And then the Heisei Gamera series is just amazing. It really is. Gamera 2 is my second favorite kaiju movie of all time. So that's a lot of fun. So I do love Gamera. Pacific Rim, very good also. The first one is really good. The soundtrack is a banger. The second one is okay. I still like the fight scenes in it. I get it. You know, they threw the kids in there and stuff and whatever, but it's still a fun watch for me where I can just turn my brain off, throw it on, and just watch some kaiju action and stuff. So I get it. I get the hate, but you know, also at the same time, I don't mind it. You know, if I just want something just kind of in the background, I'll throw it on. You know, so Isaiah, Astro Boy, Marine Boy, Speed Racer, Kimba, Tobar, Eighth Man. Holy buckets! That's a lot in one sentence. I only know of Astro Boy, Speed Racer, Kimba, and I think that's it. I don't know about any of those other ones. But yeah, anything that hasn't come out in physical media needs to get physical media. I love physical media. So yeah, I more of that I would be down for. Big O is great in Gigantor. Oh yeah. The other one. Yeah, absolutely. Noble Duck, what's going on? Godzilla X Digimon crossover is dope. Yeah, I can't wait till we see a lot of that. Actually, you know, we're getting some defo reels from there. We've got art pieces and everything. So I'm really excited to see what else comes out of this and see kind of what the future brings with these crossovers. I hope they do more crossovers with other IPs with Godzilla because, I mean, so far with this crossover, it looks so dope. It looks so fun. I grew up with Digimon also. I know Joe and Jordan are big Digimon fan, and they're excited for it. So I am too. So I'm excited to see what they do. Hey, Robert, what's going on? Man, I tried to find you at G-Fest. I wanted to say hi and meet you for the first time in person. And unfortunately, our paths never crossed. But hopefully next year we can. And at least say hi and take a picture with each other, man. But Galala is actually super powerful. Yeah. Galala is a weird space chicken duck thing, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, he's got some powers, and he's got a very unique roar, which kind of puts him apart from everybody else. So, favorite Showa and Heisei Gamera films. Ooh, so I just said the Gamera, which is Gamera 2, Advent of Legion. That's my favorite. It's my number 2 overall. And then actually my number 1 overall movie is Terror Mechagodzilla. That is my overall favorite Godzilla movie of all time. It has my favorite kaiju in it, which is Titanosaurus, and it has my favorite Godzilla suit in it, which is the 75 suit. So yeah, that's why I love that one. Showa Gamera is pure cheese, but who doesn't love cheese? Hey, I'm from Wisconsin. I love cheese, man. I love cheese. I'm a cheesehead, so. Let's see. When you rewatch movies you've been before, do you fast forward to the kaiju action? I'm guilty. You know, I used to do that. I really did. I don't do it anymore. I actually like watching the human character story and building and everything. I actually do that a lot now where I just watch the full film. But I used to fast forward just to get to the, you know, the kaiju action and kind of just watch that. I used to do it a lot when I was a kid, so I get what you're saying. But now I just kind of throw on the film and I watch it. And sometimes it's honestly nice because the human parts, if it's a movie that I don't like the human characters, it's kind of like my break so I could go and like grab a drink or grab a snack or go to the bathroom, and I come back and I didn't miss any of the kaiju action. So hey Steven, what's going on? Thank you, man. Congrats. That last word is just blasphemy, so I ain't gonna even say it. So, but I love you nonetheless. Criterion needs to release a non-Godzilla Toho box set, Rodan, War of the Gargantuan, the Mysterians, etc. Physical media all the way. Absolutely. Absolutely. I have all of those movies on their original releases. So I'm okay with that, but I would love upgraded versions, 4Ks, all that stuff with the dubbing on them, because I'm one for dubs. Crucify me all you want, but that's how I was raised. That's how I watch this stuff. So I love the dubs. As weird and corny and stupid as they are, and they sound and they don't match up, I get it. But like that's nostalgia for me. So I love that stuff. So give me the option of having dubs and no dubs, and I'll watch dubs 100%. I just love it. I just love hearing it. It triggers memories for me, and then just watching the movies, I know exactly what they're saying when they're saying, because I've seen them so many times. I know exactly what they're talking about. So, hey, what's going on? It's either Kenna or Caitlin or both. Hello, it's your uncle. I'm a weirdo. I like Godzilla. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. Alex, hot take, Gamera is a wimp literally 90% of the times. Hey, I never said he wasn't a wimp, okay? I agree. He is a wimp. He gets beat up real easy, and he's going to go and heal and do all this stuff. I get that. In Gamera 2, he should have died. He should have died, man. But a lot of the other Gamera films, he should have died. In Gamera versus Virus, he should have died. He literally got stabbed right in the middle of the shell underneath, and it literally almost went all the way through. Like, he should have died there. And I get it. He is a wimp 100%. He could never stand up to Godzilla in any way, shape, or form. Godzilla would destroy him. So I agree. Thank you, Ray. I appreciate the kind words. So he's the comeback kid. It's fine. Yes, dub all the way. Did Adrian tell you about that email about Destroy a Figure? No. I'll have to talk to him about that. Don't know what you're referring to, unfortunately. So subs all the way, but if you, I get that. There are some dubs that are hard. I get it, but it's just, for me, that's just personally just what I love. I really do. Space Beast, what's going on? Hello. It's kind of weird seeing the bearded channel on. I'm a monster with attitude addict. I know, man. I know. It's I said that before in the starting of the video. It's weird me being on here alone on my own channel. So, but thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Tybug, what's going on? Enjoy all your videos, but thank you. I really do appreciate all of you guys for the kind words. I love doing this. I really love doing this. Love showing this stuff off to you guys. It is a passion of mine. Do you agree that the most what the F kaiju is Giron? I mean, he's a if not, what is your I do agree. He is a weird one for sure. I'm trying to think of Galala is another weird one that is just like what the hey, kind of thing. Let's see what else would be trying to think of for Gamera, I would say Giron for sure. Galala overall, I would say is a pretty weird one. But then you start going into the real obscure, weird creatures, in these lesser films of these kaiju, with Gahara, the long-haired creature, or Wang Magui, or Peking Man, like you start getting into these really weird, corny ones, and they're all great in their own way. They really are. Like I love that stuff. It has to hit the right corniness and the weirdness for me. Otherwise, I don't get on board with it. But Death Kappa is another one that's just ridiculous. I know Joe likes that one a lot. So, let's see. Ibra is just a giant crawfish. I know. I get it. I know. And it really even wasn't for Godzilla to fight him. It was for King Kong. I know. But besides that fact, and honestly, I don't even look at that film for Ibra or the kaiju action. I look for the character and the human story. That's the best part of that whole movie is the humans in that film, because that storyline, everything that's going on with that is why I watched that film. The whole kaiju action, that's all bonus for me. That's like bonus footage. That's what I like. So watching that film and the humans get me going in that film, and then you throw in kaiju action, enough said. I'm on board for that. Yeah, Huron is a crazy guy. Yeah, and there is an endless list of crazy ultra. Oh gosh, yeah, that I could go on forever and ever and ever and ever. Yeah, it is. Come on, Alex, Death Kappa, come on now. Oh, that's so funny. But all right, well, I guess I've been blabbering for an hour. This is crazy. I'm glad you all are tuning in. I'm glad you all are been with me, asking me questions. I really do appreciate it. But let's get right into the giveaway so we can get this going. I don't want to keep everybody too long, but I love the chat. Thank you all for all the fun discussion that we just had. But I'm going to throw in the hashtag for what we're going to do tonight. Let's do, we'll do something easy here, just so everybody can get on board. So everybody throw in the chat, if you want to be a part of the giveaway, throw in the chat, hashtag 1000 sub, and you will be entered into the giveaway tonight. Please remember that you must be subscribed to the channel and just following everything. Hey, hit the like button for me and share around with everybody. I really do appreciate it. So keep throwing in their hashtag 1000 subs. We'll give it a minute for everybody to get those in. Just like I said, thank you all for those last 4 years for, sharing, my videos, liking my videos, commenting on my videos. I love that. I love talking to people. If you have an opinion about it, I want to hear it, just thank you. It's been a very fun, long journey, honestly. And, but I wouldn't change it for a world, honestly. It's been a lot of fun. I'm glad people showed up. Honestly, I was kind of scared that nobody would show up for this. So I was kind of like, oh no. Oh, Al. Oh, I've heard about you, Al. What's going on? I've heard some things behind closed doors, but it's good to see that you're here. Thanks for being a part of this and for applying for the giveaway. I don't know how big of a Godzilla fan you are, but I've heard things, and it's all good. Yeah, honestly, yeah. Whoever wins big. Thanks, Alex. Yeah, I think so. So I'm just glad, like I said, I'm just glad people are here and are actually partaking in this, because I was like, oh no, I don't know if I can do this. Dude, man, I hope so. Maybe one day, maybe in another 100 years, maybe I will. But that's the goal overall. That's the goal, is to just keep growing and just keep sharing and just keep giving stuff away. I love doing it. It's just kind of the person that I am, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So, but yeah, let's see. I think let's do the giveaway. Let's see. Type in the hashtag. All right, and we'll give it another minute or two. before we do the drawing. Yeah, just thanks for everybody just talking, shooting the time with me, and just kind of, it's awesome. I really do appreciate it. I love the support. Thank you all for tuning in with me, and it's a lot of fun. So thank you for this always great show. Thank you, Pete. Thank you. I appreciate it. I try my best. I want to do nothing but put out the best content and the best quality I can, honestly, for this stuff, because I'm a perfectionist. I want everything to be the top of the top, and if I have that that level, and I want to give that level to you and everybody else that's actually watching. So yeah, glad you got in here, Space Beast. Yeah, you're just chiming in at the best time. So but we'll do one more, type this in, and we will get this going. All right, so I'm going to share my screen here so everybody can see what's going on and who's going to win. So right now we got 21 entries. Thank you all for doing this and participating. Thank you. Good luck to everybody and anybody, whoever wins. If you do win, please get in touch with me either on YouTube. You can personal email me at ericstope@yahoo.com. Hit me up on Messenger. Any way you want to do it. We will be in touch, and let me know that you are the winner. Most of you, I already know who you are, so it should be pretty easy to know who you are. But yeah, good luck to everybody. And here we go. And the 1,000 subscriber giveaway is Tybug Rob. Congratulations. Thank you for participating. Thank you for being here. And congratulations to Tybug Rob. You are the winner of the, if you didn't see my screen here, the Ichiban Kuji canvas prints. There's about 8 or 9 of them. You get some custom made effects for Monster Arts Haya Toys that was gifted to me by Sergio Trejo. And then, of course, the big daddy of them all, the Cybot Rick Edition X Plus figure is coming to you. Congratulations, and thank you for being a member of my channel. So awesome. Congrats, Tybug. Like I said, either hit me up on Messenger, hit me up on YouTube on here. We'll talk, or you can actually email me at ericstope@yahoo.com. I'll get all your information from you, and I'll get that out for you and everything like that. So you don't have to pay for anything. It was all free. Just, thank you from me to you. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm glad people tuned in. I was really worried. So, if you guys want me to do more live streams, let me know. Hit me up in the chat, in the comments of the videos. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that. Thank you, Space Beast. I do appreciate it. Pete, thank you. It was. Thank you. I thought it was a very nice giveaway. I tried my best. So yeah, Tybug, hit me up, and we'll get that out to you in a jiffy. So, but yeah, with that, I think that's it for me, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. And, there'll be many, many more giveaways coming up. Don't worry. I'm not stopping here. And let's just keep building. We're on a nice roll here with the channel. I've been trying to get stuff out as soon as possible and as quick as possible. Because like I said, I have a bunch of backlog stuff. If there's something that you guys want me to review that I've either done before or haven't yet, or you want to see if I haven't, and I haven't done a review yet, let me know. There's a lot of stuff that I have in my collection that I got way before I started doing this channel, and I just haven't gotten to it. So if there's something that that or want to know if I have and ask about it, just let me know. It's always good to hear and stuff. Definitely more live streams of me, some pile drivers of the other guys at NWA. Yeah, for sure. That is a promise. Oh man. But yeah, that is it for me, guys. Thank you all for watching. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. I really do appreciate it. And you know how I do these things. Until next time, later.